My name is Wahaab Jawaid and I am average. Not in terms of my skills, abilities or talents, but in terms of my grades. Having the most mediocre of SAT scores and an average IB score is something that has definitely let me down, but it has positives too, like giving this TED Talk in front of you guys today. What a beautiful crowd. Through observations in and out of the school, I realized that average scoring students don't really get recognized or appreciated, while the high achievers are being pushed and motivated. Think of it this way. High achievers are like a pair of shiny shoes that keep on getting the polish to shine more. But average students are like a pair of dull shoes that don't even get the polish to shine. I came across this realization that when I saw the same faces on the school website, school journal, and the school interviews. And unsurprisingly, one thing that was similar about all these faces was that they scored high grades. Now, scoring high gets you into many places, and especially opportunities such as representing the school or being interviewed come to you. And these opportunities didn't come to me, which made me feel really bad. During meals, when conversations and sports came about, my self-esteem became extremely low. And it was just a conversation I wanted to avoid. Sitting at the school's academic achievement ceremony, my self-esteem was low again. I felt extremely worthless. I felt as though if I didn't get my act together, and if I didn't get up on the stage to get the award, then I won't have what it takes to be successful in life. But that's not what it's about. 4 years ago, when I joined the academy in Mombasa, I realized that there are no opportunities for my sport, for my love and passion for the sport, cricket. And this is something that definitely let me down because I played it every day and I was so attached to the sport. I met a couple of individuals who loved the sport as well, and I saw their talent, but they didn't have the opportunity as well to play. So I decided that why not construct a school cricket team and play a few matches and we'll become really good. So we went out for our first cricket tournament and it was disastrous. We lost all our matches and we became a laughing stock. It was a poor performance from the overall team. Teachers thought that if I left cricket and if I sacrificed the sport and focused more on my academics, then I'd score higher grades. But at this point, I was extremely motivated to help the school team and lead from the front. So single-mindedly, I joined another cricket club in Mombasa. More experience and to boost my team's morale. 4 years on, we went for another cricket tournament on 25th January 2019. And this was the annual school cricket tournament. And we emerged first. Quite amazing, isn't it? Getting recognized in front of the whole school and getting appreciated for all the hard work you've put in and all the dedication to the sport made me feel amazing. Receiving gold medals from the head teacher while the crowd is cheering for you was definitely the proudest moment of my life. And at that point, I realized that if GPA really means anything, then it's what you are at that moment for the rest of your life. You see, when we get test grades, test papers, it lowers our self-esteem. And we start believing that that's who we are. But that's not true. We're more than that. And we can't let a test paper determine how successful we'll be later on in our lives. So I'm going to show you my scorecard. And this scorecard is from 4 years ago. So just a few days ago, I was going through Google, and I searched up my name just to see what it looks like. And this is the scorecard that showed up. It shows that I scored 0 runs of 10 balls. Extremely poor. And this is my most recent scorecard. It shows that I scored 26 runs of 8 balls, averaging 3.25 runs per ball. Average? I don't think so. Statistics from Rich Habit Study from Tom Corley show that 21% of self-made millionaires are A students, while 41% of self-made millionaires are B students. More, 29% of self-made millionaires are C students. So what does this tell us? I believe that average scoring students don't have validation for their intelligence through their report cards. So they work extremely hard in other extracurricular activities to get that validation. They define success in their own way, through unorthodox methods. And that's what I did. For me, success isn't related to how I perform in my academics. For me, success is related to cricket. And it's as simple as that. Every achievement in the sport is a milestone for me. You see, mediocrity is an experience on its own, and it's a beautiful one. And so is not getting that A on a paper you studied the entire week for. And life experiences like these are a composite of all the skills you require to adjust and excel in the real world. Now, mediocrity isn't the issue nowadays. It's the way society perceives mediocrity. So how about we as a community start initiating a mindset that acknowledges averageness, but less leaves room for growth and improvement for our inherent curiosity. Questioning systems such as why we learn what we learn, or how we're going to apply what we have learned, is all part of our curiosity. If we just abide by books and not question how we're going to apply what we have learned, then even having the highest of grades becomes quite worthless. You see, in our society, there's a tendency of appreciating those who cross the finish line, and not those who are in the process of doing so. People work extremely hard and are trying to cross the finish line, but aren't recognized. The standard measurement of intelligence at the age of 18, when we finish school, or at the age of 23, limits our curiosity, our intelligence, and our value. Let me share a fun fact with you today. Do you know that one thing that makes all of us similar? It's the fact that we are all unique. Coming from 6,000 different cultures, we have roughly 7 billion people in this world. Then how can we use just IQ to determine a human's intelligence or their capabilities? So give me the chance to correct myself. My name is Wahaab Jawaid, and I am not average. I am extraordinary. Just like the millions of people and students who are yet to find their spark and potential. You see, not all average scoring students end up becoming successful. And not all high achievers end up rotting somewhere. Of course, high achievers become successful as well. But it's all about that personal drive, that passion, that motivation, and the spark you have. My definition of success is directly proportional to my satisfaction. If I'm satisfied, then I'm successful. You see, I learned that not everyone is born smart. It's not wired into our DNA that we have to do these certain things and we're going to become intelligent. It's all about your motivation. I realized that all the people who end up becoming successful are fairly ordinary people who are extraordinarily motivated. Einstein has famously said that if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, then it will spend its whole life believing it's stupid. So if we as a community can initiate a mindset, a growth mindset, where we reject the idea that intelligence is fixed, and we believe in every student's ability to improve, achieve their full potential, and be anything but average. Let me share a quick story with you. Jon Snow, who is one of the most successful TV journalists in the UK, got a C in his A-levels in English. It's quite ironic how he performed poorly in the subject he required the most. He said to his students in one of his interviews, play to your strengths and do what you want to do very badly. There is life after A levels. And I say to you today, get up and get going. Find your passion, motivate yourself to that passion. I believe that everyone over here has their own finish line. Motivate yourself to yours. Thank you.